method to investigate homework time per day. And you need to find the measures of center and spread for this. So we need to be able to organize this column here in a way where we can find our measures of center and spread. Now, the first thing you need to think is, because it's grouped together, there are some measures we're not going to be able to find. So for example, we can't find the mean, okay, because the mean, we add all the numbers together and divide by how many there are. Because this is a range of data, we're not going to be able to find it. Okay, we can put down the low and the high, but the range and the interquartile range are also going to not really make a lot of sense here, given that we don't have specific values. So what I need to find is my median, my mode, the low, the high, Q1 and Q3. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to organize this from lowest values to highest values. Now, for you guys, this isn't in order, and if you try to order it, you'll notice that because of the numbers that start each set of group, you can see that it doesn't actually work. So you're going to have to do some cutting and paste here, cleaning up of the data yourself. So to start with, you go through, you highlight the smallest, okay, copy that, create a new column, homework time per day, and paste. Oops. So I come down here, I highlight my lowest values, okay, less than 15 minutes, copy, and I'm going to paste, okay, and then 15 to 30. And then I'm going to do the same from 30 to 45. But from 30 to 45, it appears to be in order all the way down until we get to 120 minutes. So I can copy all of that and paste it in here. 35 to 45, all the way down to 120. My next group is 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so copy, and I paste it in here. And last but not least is the last group, more than 3 hours. So now my data is organized. So let's find the median. Because this is grouped data, because it's not just numbers, you can't just type in a formula to get your answer here. Okay, so we need a little cheat to find it faster. Here on this Google Sheets tips and tricks, you can see there's some information on how to find the median and your quartiles if you have grouped data. So, oops. All right, so here we can see the median is the highest row number divided by 2, and then add 1. So let's go back to our information here. The highest row number is 212. Okay, so divide by 2 and add 1. That's going to tell me the location of the median. So 212 divided by 2 is 106 plus 1, which is the 107th value. The median is 45 to 60 minutes. 45 to 60 minutes is the median. Okay, the mode, I'm going to select all my data and I'm going to create a table because that should do this a little bit faster for me. I'm going to say that I want my table created here. Create it, please. I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment. For my rows, I want to know the homework time per day, and my values are going to be homework time per day as well. Okay, and here it is. I can see here it's counting the number of data. Okay, we want to keep it as count. And 35 to 45 and 45 to 60, it's bimodal. We have two modes. So in here on my mode, I'm going to write 30 to 45 and 45 to 60 as my two most commonly selected answers. Okay, so there we go. I've done my median and my mode. Okay, we now want to look for the Q1 and Q3, mainly because our low we know is less than 15. Okay, so I can just type these in, and I know that my highest was more than 3 hours. Okay, quartile 1 and quartile 3. The reason we want to find these is basically between quartile 1 and quartile 3, That's where most people, that's where your typical responses fall. So let's find Q1 and Q3 because it's grouped. We can't just put in a formula. I go back to my tips and tricks sheet. We have even highest row. So quartile run is the highest row divided by 4 and add 1. All right, I know that it's 212 rows divided by 4 is 53. Plus 1 is the 54th row is my Q1. 54th row. I click on it. 30 to 45 minutes is Q1. 30 to 45 minutes. Q3, let's go back to our tips and tricks. Highest row divided by 4, multiply by 3, then add 1. We already said divided by 4 is 53. I'm going to multiply that by 3, 159, and then add 1. 160th is my Q3. So 60 to 90. Oops. 60 to 90 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes. There we go. So the middle 50% of people spend between 30 minutes and 90 minutes a day on homework. All right, that's how to find your measures of center and spread if your data is grouped and numerical.